Hello, Nigerians. We thank you for joining us on yet another edition of our personality discussion program on Ogtv. The program is called Hot Seat. Today we have another quality guest, another distinguished Nigerian. Our guest is His Excellency, the former governor of Oyo State, Alhaji Lam Adesina. Alhaji Lam Adesina was the governor of Oyo State between 1999 and 2003. Alhaji Adesina, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
It is indeed a pleasure to have you with us.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Yeah. Joining me on the program today is Kayode Taiwo. Kayode Taiwo, we have His Excellency, former governor for your state in our midst here.
You won't believe that it's a real privilege that I am here sitting with His Excellency, the former governor of Oyo State, and I am very, very sure that I am going to possibly know some few things that I might not have known about his politics. I equally know that at the time he was an activist. Maybe in the course of the program will tell us the meeting points.
Okay. Now, beyond being the former governor of Oyo State, Alhaji Lam Adesina remains one of the chieftains of the Action Congress of Nigeria, not only in Oyo State, not only in southwest Nigeria, but in the entire Federal Republic of Nigeria. He will be sharing his experiences with us as far as public governance is concerned. One more time, Alhaji will welcome you to the program.
Thank you so much. I welcome you to my house.
Now, Alhaji Adesina, governance in this part of the world is usually seen as a Herculean task, given the fact that there are so many challenges, the challenges of that of resources, the challenges of manpower, if you permit me, and the challenges of local politics, the intricacies of our own local environment. How will you share your experience with us, or what will you say your own experience has been over the years since you get the responsibility of being in active politics?
Well, thank you so much for that question. The challenges which are organized here, quote, are challenging in governance, public governance, are one, financial, and the second one, local deficiencies. When you talk of human resources, Nigeria, nay Oyo State, nay Western Nigeria, is blessed with tremendous human resources. Look, from the time of Papa Awolowo in the First Republic, all members of his cabinet, all the ministers were graduates. So we don't need to talk about challenges of human resources in Western Nigeria. What you can talk about are the challenges about finance and local idiosyncrasy. You see, finance, there's never a time when a government will get adequate resources to run its program. It all depends on the way you harness your resources that you're able to run the program. But for you to get any sufficiency in terms of fund, that is yet to come, maybe in the future, in the distant future. For example, when I was there, I was running government with tears when you talk about financial resources. The resources were not adequate enough. My party had a program, time-tested program, free education, free medical services, gainful employment, integrated rural development. All this for cover the whole of whatever human beings are doing in any part of the universe. But what about the fund? As at the time when I took over, I remember after leaving the Liberty Stadium in 1999, when I was sworn in, and then I followed my predecessor, the former military administrator, Compo Yaki, to the office for him to hand over to me. When he was handing over, I knew there was problem with finance. So pressmen was asking me when we came out. Pressmen were asking me, Mr. Governor, sir, how is that? I said, I just said it in Yoruba. I said, I walk, I do. And that's exactly what happened. Those of them who did not quite understand that Yoruba adage. They came to me and said, what do I mean? I said, I work at Obilo. Go and analyze it. You yourself go and ask for the minute from your colleagues, you know. So from day one, there were not enough resources. And I knew that myself. I knew we had already, my transition committee had already prepared a blueprint for me on what and what should be done. So when we got, the very first day I got to office, I discovered that a new minimum wage had been put in place by the outgoing
administration.
And yet I was the Kadulu. There were not enough resources.
Now, Your Excellency, I really want to take you on this. Some political watchers, political activists have insisted that it is not a case of that of resources, but misplaced priorities of the political class. That if you get your priorities right, Nigeria has got enough to take charge of all that you require.
You are talking of Nigeria as a whole. I'm talking of Oyo State, which I ruled for 4 years now.
So it was never a case of misplaced priority.
They had more than enough resources. Up to now, Nigeria has more than enough resources to turn this nation around.
So what's happening then?
Yeah, misuse of funds now. That's what happened. Look, the federal government has been taking a large chunk of money from the federation account. Can you see anything for it? See how much you have spent on power in this country, even during our Obasanjo's regime. They said they did some whether inquiry or probe or whatever, and we saw how money was stolen, and nobody has ever challenged anybody in this country about that. So why is it that power has not been able to come to us in this country? After all, it's the federal government that is in charge of power. And yet it has money more than necessary, you know. Number one. Then, functions that do not belong to the federal government have been taken over by the federal government. What is the concern of the federal government in housing? The federal government has no concern about housing. This housing issue belongs to the state and the local government. Can you tell me where the federal government has any land? Land belongs to either local government or the state. So why do we need to waste money on that? Duplication of effort. Local government will build houses, state government will build then federal government. What is the concern of the federal government about that? These are some of the responsibilities of the federal government that those of us who have been agitating this country have told the federal government, drop these functions. They don't belong to you. What is the problem? What is the concern of federal government spending money on agriculture? It's not its responsibility. The responsibility rests squarely on the shoulders of the local government and the state government, and many other things like that. That's why the federal government is wasting our resources. In actual fact, it will be better for this country, as those of us agitators have been saying, for the federal government to concern itself only with national and international issues. Like when you talk of currency, no state, no government can do that. When you talk of foreign policy, no state or local government can do that. When you talk of security, it belongs solely to the federal government. These are things that and again, the education. What's the problem of the federal government with primary education in this country, or even secondary education? So when you are looking for where resources are being wasted by leaders and politicians, look at the federal government.
Now, perhaps that will bring us to the issue of the federal system we possibly say we are adopting in Nigeria. We are always federal governments, but from even what you have just said, it means we are not fiscally federal in terms of resources we have, in terms of management of what belongs to all of us. Now, we have seen in the